Hey, it looks like it's working. So, let me just double check our volumes for things. But we should be hunky-dory, which is good. Where is... That's there. So, this probably isn't going to be the longest stream in the world. As I mainly just want to test things out. To be honest, it doesn't really matter that much, so we'll just go with that. Yeah, I've never used Rune Light either, so we'll see how well this goes. So far it's stable. I should have said that I've actually done all this before, but stuff it. Can I make the UI a little bit bigger? Doesn't look like. How do I make this bigger? I'm blind. I had roofs. Shits me. Bear with me. Oh, they just straight up don't have one. Okay. Is what it is. That's alright. Skills. behind the door for fun. And I'm with it. Sorry. I might find some copyright-free music I can play for the background, because if it was on Twitch, I wouldn't give a shit. But since we're here, there's our quest. I shouldn't have done the tutorial. I've already done this before, but I wasn't looking at what I was clicking. Oh, cat, hello. Hello, Baba. What you doing? You be in trouble? Little Rain. I love you, Dad. Off you go. Oh, now you want the cuddle. Gremlin. You are a... let me... I'm just going to change some stuff. Rin, you're in the way. You are being in trouble. No, no kisses. She hates me. I see how it is. Details. Should probably put in this. I'll make a playlist later. I don't think this far ahead. I'm just testing stuff out. This is not going to be the most exciting stream, or the longest. But I do want to stream on YouTube here a little bit more often going forward. I used to stream on Twitch all the time for the longest time. However, as time's gone on and Twitch became worse and worse, I sort of decided I want to focus more on YouTube after 10 years of not getting anywhere on Twitch, which is partially my own fault because I did nuke my channel. You need me to talk. Gotcha, bud. Hopefully I haven't messed up any settings on my end. Ugh. Yes, I know. And they really don't let you attack anything else, huh? Neat. Click on the flashing. Oh, down the bottom. I'm blind as a bat. I'm not used to playing this in full screen. I'm used to playing it in a window. That's really messing with me. Hopefully I haven't stuffed up immediately with the character creation. Uh, uh, in addition to the standard Iron Man rules, a hardcore Iron Man only has one life. Let's just do regular Iron Man. Yeah. Do one of these real quick. Just so no one can see what I'm actually doing. Oh, there we go. Let me just double check that I've set this right. Okay, now it's worked. All right. Yes, let's go to the mainland. All right, we're doing it. Prepare. Okay, what do we got item-wise, level-wise? Put those on. I guess what we're doing is just going to start grinding, I guess. I mean, that's basically all you can do. Have we got a... Oh, some lo-fi music, I guess. And we'll just chill out for a bit, eh? This is from... Breaking copyright. Hopefully the volumes are all pretty good. I think, like, some stuff might be a little loud or quiet. What are we? We're just working on attack. Probably better off killing chickens, so I'll go do that. Oh wait, I haven't got set tall. Don't need that, don't need that. Right. There. Ooh. Seems to be working alright. Oops, I don't want to. I'll take the bones and the feathers. Oh, I can't. Rip. That's something I gotta get used to, is picking up only what I've done. Because a lot of the time I just pinch any bones that I find. I'm a gremlin. Bugger. Also plunge. Oops. Those chicken and a tree. Oh, I hate that when you level up it interrupts. I think there's a setting for... Yeah. Oh, that makes life so much better. Diz, how we doing, brother? How's things? How's things? Just testing out a bit of the YouTube streaming. Never really fucked around with it since they've done all the big changes, like in the last couple of years. And they did it when they first brought it out, and I wasn't a big fan. But since the channel's been growing, I thought it's a good way to get a little bit of extra content out without too much pressure. Yeah, I'm doing, man. A little tired. It is currently 1 in the morning. I am meant to be going to a wedding. But see if I can be bothered. Well, I can be bothered. It's whether my back's any good. That's the main thing. Yeah, we closed in on that tier 2 of YouTube partnership. We're just under 500 watch hours away, and was it 21 subs? Which is pretty damn neat. So I'm pretty proud of that effort. How's things on your end been? I see that you're at, you're getting close to 2K. At 1.9 or something now? Well, 1.89 was the last I checked. Yeah, it's rough. That's why I stopped doing them. I'll be honest. There was no real incentive to go for them. Because, like, you need to get just a stupid amount of views with them. And, like, there are plenty of people who can definitely do it. Like, they make way better shorts than I'll ever make. But, yeah, it just feels like it's a little out of reach. No, it's not. How you doing, Suplorder? I am going to be streaming more on YouTube for now. If, like, enough people want me to stream on Twitch, I'll stream on Twitch. But Twitch has become so unusable for me. Like, just the amount of ads and everything, it's just painful. It's still some growth, I guess. But I wasn't exactly, I won't say I was planning on streaming tonight. It's just like, let's test it out, stuff it. I actually meant for this to be unlisted, but I realized it's like, oh, I'm already live, whatever. And because sort of the plan is I'm going to stream my Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights for maybe a couple hours. Just doing stuff like this where it's just, you know, chill out, hang out, nothing too serious. And then I might do the occasional members only stream. But what I'll do with that one is like any tier of membership that I have will then gain access to it, and they'll just be like bonus after stream sort of thing. So it's like, I don't want people to feel like, oh, they have to pay to see content. Even though, you know, obviously, yeah, I'd like to make money, but at the end of the day, this is mostly for fun. Yeah, some of the ads I've had on it, like we were watching something on Discord, someone had Amazon, but they had like just the normal Amazon Prime, not the ad-free one. We had, I think it was 8 straight ads before we could watch anything. It was like 3.5 minutes of ads. Oh, this is a paid service. This is fucking ridiculous. Absolutely insane. Don't get me wrong, I know YouTube's not exactly the greatest for it. But realistically, if I stream, I probably don't want to put ads on my stream. Like if things start to take off here. I doubt it will, you know. Oh yeah, at the current rate, they're like, no, if you want to be able to watch any content, you have to pay and watch the ads. But the ads are going to be 2 hours long if you want 30 seconds of content. It's getting ridiculous. Ba-da-ba-da. But yeah, I'm not too sure what my goal for streaming on here is going to be. It's, for now, it's just going to be like a fun little additional thing. I thought it's a good way for us to all sort of hang out again. Yeah. I didn't really start using YouTube like immediately, like when it first came out. Like I knew it existed. But like I think I started using it probably 2008, 2009, roughly. I didn't make an account or anything, I just watched stuff. But yeah, eventually I was just like, stuff it, I'm gonna make an account. But you know, like, kind of idea of this for the YouTube, you know, obviously it's a little bit more tame than what I used to do on Twitch. All the dumb shit I would do to try and break rules, but like, and here I'm obviously taking it a little more serious. Yeah, I think I made my account roughly in 2010, 2011-ish, maybe 2012 at the latest. But I'm pretty sure I made it back in high school. It wasn't this account specifically, I have another one. But that one is just like, honestly just used, yeah, no porn on this stream, sorry boys. I'll do it on Twitch to get banned though. I got you. We'll do porn reviews again. Be a fucking degenerate. But nah, like, basically I just want these streams. My friend Tristan's gonna join me a bit in future. Because since I moved to a country town, because I'm not around him as much, you know, we don't get to see each other, so it's a way we can hang out. And I was like, oh, I want to, you know, I want you to join me in streaming, because I want him to get into streaming as just like a hobby. I think it'd be good for him just to get him out of his shell a little bit, because he's quite a reserved guy. Love the dude to death. But yeah, something that'll kind of help him come out of that shell. Same thing for my other mate, Adam. Good old Ruddy Addy. He has streamed a couple times, but he's only done it for like 20 minutes here, 40 minutes there, so we're going to sort of bully him into it. But yeah, I just thought these are a good way to sort of connect with the community and then viewers and that, and then if they've got stuff they want to see, videos they want, if they've got some feedback, I'm happy to take it on board, you know. Like, I know not every video is going to be perfect, and obviously when I'm trying to do one a week, I don't have as much time to make them exactly how I want all the time. Sometimes I do have to rush a little bit. Nah, I haven't got the money for it at the moment. I mean, like, I could scrounge the money together, but I don't care enough at the same time, you know? It's better than I expected for a Bloober Team game. Look, it looks pretty alright. The faces look a bit funny. Like, there's something about the way the faces are modeled just feels a bit weird. But the actual game itself looked solid from what I've seen. But even though I know the story of Silent Hill 2, I know they've changed a couple things, so I don't really want to spoil it for myself at the same time. So to get over that bug of playing Silent Hill, I picked one of the worst ones, Homecoming. I've got that in the works. So that's something that's in the pipeline. Still trying to decide the next taking out the trash. I'm having a bit of a hard time deciding what I want to do for that one. Oh, big stretch, Brinny. Good girl.
Yeah. Falling into love hurts just as much as falling out of it. But I'll scrape my knees and scar my shins. I hope you never doubted that I'm down for you.
The Ubisoft as a company, I mean, you ain't wrong. I honestly might. That'd be a funny one to do. And just do a tier list of their games. That'd be a fun video, actually. I might do that. Oops. Black Flag is stupid good. Like, a lot of people love 2 the most, and I understand it. But Black Flag, I think, is honestly the best one on, like, just in every way. The only problem I've ever had with it is just the PC performance in the opening area is so buns on every computer I've tried to play it on, that it's been hard for me to justify playing it. It's one of those games, because of that, I've just never got around to it. I've heard Unity's pretty solid. I know it didn't launch in the best shape, but Unity, what's the other one? Rogue, I think, also had the same problem, like, launched in a really piss poor state, but, like, once they fixed it, it's kind of been like, oh, this ain't too bad. Yeah, I'd say that's fair. So the only problem I have with 2 is it set like kind of almost unrealistic expectations going forward, because every game had to like live up to what 2 was doing. And like I do like 2. I do think it's still my favorite out of the ones I've played. I did thoroughly enjoy Odyssey, even though that is a bit different. For what it is. But yeah, the Assassin's Creed games are on my list of games to do videos on at some point though, because I do want to replay through them. The only thing is, because of how many there are, it's like, that's a big task. We've got Evil Within next, which comes out Monday, well, Sunday midnight. And what I want to do is, hopefully by the end of this weekend, 1, decided on my next taking out the trash, 2, spent the day playing, recording, and then spend the next week editing. Problem is, I've sort of fallen, I wouldn't say I've fallen behind, but I'm not where I want to be on videos. And it's not like I need to release every week, but it's just, I want to keep that up. You know, I set that standard for myself, and I want to try to keep to it if I can. Yeah, Assassin's Creed 1 is really a proof of concept when you compare it to 2. Like, it's a great standalone game, but like, it's just got a lot of little things wrong, which they eventually fixed. You know, like, I feel like I've been doing a few more modern-ish games, so I sort of want to also pick some older stuff. I know the more modern stuff's more likely to get views, but I don't really want to chase the views, you know? What I'd like to do is, not like I played every Warhammer game or anything like that, but I want to do like the Dawn of Wars, the Space Marines. I wouldn't mind doing the Total War ones, but like they're monster games, like they're huge. So I'm like, I don't know if it's really for me at the same time, you know? You're rendering it off now? Nice. Combat level 8.9. Straight scrubbing it. Hell, it's been an hour already. Damn. A favorite quote of late, and what would that quote happen to be? Fucking hell. As like cringe in the right way. I don't want to. 40k erotica. The 40k stands for 40 kilometers away, which is how far away from that I want to be. Oh, I wouldn't even want to know like the kind of fan fiction that's out there for 40k. It's bad enough with some of the fandoms that exist. You can only imagine. You get a bunch of autistic kids that are obsessed with that shit. Ugh, you're gonna have some nasty shit up in that bitch. I do appreciate both you tuning in. Even if this is the most boring gameplay that ever did exist. I don't know, if you watch me play Age of Empires, I'm pretty boring in that. I've been playing that a lot. I've been playing a lot of Age of Empires 3. Because that's my buddy Tristan's like favorite game. Not of all time, but like just when it comes to RTS. I've been able to get him to play some StarCraft with me, which is great, so I can finally do co-op missions and not deal with like stupid lag. Yeah, I mean, realistically, there is no limit to what could happen. I mean, you have sci-fi, magic, essentially. Gods, elder gods. Ships the size of planets. What are you gonna do? But yeah, we might end up streaming some like Age of Empires 3, just casual games that we play against bots and stuff in future. Is the visual quality alright? Because my internet's not as good here, and by not as good I mean it's absolute trash compared to what I used to have. I'm hoping that the 720p 60 is alright. I could probably get away with 1080-30 definitely, and considering, you know, if I'm streaming RuneScape, it's not like it needs to be 60 FPS. But yeah, I might play around with the visual settings a little bit. So I looked at it briefly and it seemed fine. Like, it's a little blurry, but I mean, that's on a big screen. Like, you can sort of make out everything that's on there, so that's all that matters. Okay, so that Windows noises from that. Let you know when you're AFK. Interesting. There we are, bones. This one is, yeah. So I have membership on my other account. But because I've never tried Ironman before, I wanted to sort of start it fresh, if that makes sense. Duh. Because I was gonna do group Ironman with my mate, but then he's like, "Oh, I want to do the league thing that's coming out, or like something." He said, "It starts soon." I was like, "All right, we'll do that." So I don't think that's for a couple of weeks or something. He was saying. I wasn't really paying that much attention. I just told him, "Tell me when you want to start, and then we'll start." Yes, the classic. Mr. Streamer, you're not playing it the way it should be played. You need to play it exactly how we want it played. But we don't want to play it. You need to play it. But only the way in which we say. Otherwise, you're doing it wrong. Doesn't matter what game it is, dude. There's always someone out there that's like that. The amount of people I've seen talk to like speedrunners, like, no, you should do this for that. It's like, mate, they are way better at the game than you. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, how dare you play this game that's a role-playing game? It's like the people who lost their minds over pronouns in games. It's like, mate, look, I get you don't like the marketing of it. And like, I don't think it should be the selling point of every game. But like, when it's a game like this where it's like, oh, you can just choose it if you want. Since I've added that in, or like Starfield where it's like an optional thing at the end of the fucking character creator. It's like, who cares? People take this shit too serious. It's just games, man. So over, like, have you seen that video, that list of games that are woke? And like, they would like rate how woke a game was, and like some of them were literally, the game has a female character, therefore it is woke. It's like, are you fucking serious? If you are worrying that much about this shit, you need to get offline, man. Get off the internet for a few months. Just decompress, live in the real world, understand like no one actually cares. Just be good people. It's not that fucking hard. Only time I ever tell someone how to play a game is if they're like completely lost and don't know what they're doing, or they've actually asked me outright, like, hey, how do I do this? I'm like, yeah. Then I'll talk up. Like, I felt like there was a point in time, like when I first started streaming, that I wanted to do that a lot more. By all means, but like as I've got older, I'm like, man, they're just trying to play the game. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. Oh yeah, no, like a lot of people who do it, it's a marketing thing. It's not like a legitimate thing, because like the thing is, the ultimate goal for what people in those communities want, realistically, isn't to be special. It's to be normal. It's to be the status quo, not seen as an outskirt, you know, not an outlier. But the problem is, a lot of people make it like their whole personality instead of just being like, yeah, so like if you don't treat it as special, then it's just everyday shit, you know. And like, hats off to people who are part of that community, you know, like they do have to deal with a lot of cunts, and they have a right to want to be treated, you know, special when you deal with that kind of persecution. But like, just, you know, it doesn't give you a right to be a cunt back, you know. I know it's hard not to, you know, you get spit in the face, you want to spit back. You know, someone hits me, I'm hitting back. But like, you gotta learn to just be like, if you want to be ignorant, be ignorant. I'm just not going to talk to you then, you know? Treat everyone with the level of respect you want to be treated with, and even if they're never going to do it, don't take the low road, take the high road. You have nothing to lose by doing that. You can only gain. Just be a good person. You know, be respectable. And, you know, have boundaries. You're allowed to set boundaries. There are certain things that, you know, some people like and certain things other people don't like. And just respect those boundaries. You know? And it goes both ways. Like, you might believe what you believe and someone who's religious is against it. And that's okay. They don't have to like it. But you don't have to like what they're doing either. But it doesn't mean it gives you a right to say you are better than them. Just leave it. You know, if it's going to be a confrontation, why have it? It's not like a necessity. Like, if it was a proper necessity, then, you know, we'd outright have like a civil war. But it's really not. It's like 90% of the shit that's in the news is just non-issues. You know, like there are much bigger problems at play in the world than pronouns and all the other shit. And it's not to say they're not important, because to an individual they are, but as a whole, there's such nothing issues. Because like, I got plenty of friends who are like into all that stuff, and I'm like, yeah, it's not for me. And I've got friends who are quite conservative, and I'm like, yeah, that's not for me. What you believe is what you believe. At the end of the day, I just want, you know, if I think you're someone who gives a shit about like other people at the end of the day, like if, you know, there was a crisis, would you help? You know, would you be there if I needed you? Then yeah. But I'm going to do the same for you. Because golden rule. Treat people how you want to be treated. It's that simple. A lot of people forget that because everyone's too me these days. Autism Maximus. Et tu, autism. It'd be easier to blame social media for that. Don't get me wrong, there is an extent of it. That's why, like, I will forever be grateful for the... I mean, it's not a bad tattoo idea, honestly. That's why I'm forever going to be grateful for, like, anyone clicking on my video. Like, any video I do, even if they click on it, click off, even if they dislike, if they leave a mean comment. I appreciate they took the time out of their day to watch my video. Because they don't owe me that, you know? I don't owe content to you, and they don't owe they don't owe me a view. But the fact that I'm making the content and they gave me their time, even if they didn't like it and they're mad about it, fair enough. But I appreciate that. You know, and I want to keep that in check. I don't want to get too... Not necessarily... I wouldn't say it's outright selfish, but I don't want to get to, oh, I expect this video to get this amount of views, you know? I don't want to get like ahead of myself. I don't want to have expectation, because one video does well, next video could flop, you know? And yeah, I got to make good content in the first place, fair enough. But I can't have expectation of my viewers just like they can't have expectation of me. It's take it as it comes, and then, you know, again, just be a good person at the end of the day and see how it goes. Yeah, I never want to have expectation, because even if I get to the point where I'm, you know, I'm, say 100,000 followed channel, you know, like I get massive compared to where I'm at now. Like in the grand scheme of YouTube, that's nothing, but like to me, that is just nuts. Like the fact that I have nearly 1,000 is mind blowing, you know? But like, say we're at that point, it's like, yeah, I could probably... How we doing, Fire Sickles? Good to see you, brother. Appreciate you tuning in real quick. Well, like, say I get to that size, I still wouldn't expect a video to get like 100,000 views. You know, like I don't want to be that guy who's like, oh, my content's not getting views anymore, and then bitch about it. It's like, no, like, I make content for fun. If it was my job, maybe I'd have some expectation, but it's a hobby. You know, I can't expect every video to do well, and I'm just really lucky I have been on a hell of a hot streak for a little bit here. You know, for the size of my channel, it's been nuts. Like I had 3 videos flop. Well, 1 bounced back, thankfully. But my definition of a flop is anything kind of under 10% of my sub count. So I sort of I want to get 97 views. You know, but between 90 to 100, right? That's sort of like my aim. And I had Budokai only got 51 views, and Pandemonium only got 71. Now, Black got stuck at 70 for a while as well. That sort of bounced back a little bit, thankfully. But like, it's like, okay, I need to change something if clearly that's not happening. Taking out the trash came back, that bounced me back, got me up to 3k. Aeon Flux did 1.3. Armies of Exegos is just under a K. Spelunky did way better than I thought. I was like, I expected that to kind of flop because, you know, it's an older indie game. Which I've got, you know, 500 on that, nearly 10k, well, just over 9 and a bit for San Andreas. Old school RuneScape's just under 1,000, nearly 2,500 for RuneScape 3. You know, but it doesn't mean I can expect Evil Within to be like, okay, well that should get like 800 at least, like sort of like a low average. It's like, no, I would like to get, you know, at least that 10%. So I'd be hoping for 100 views, but it's not guaranteed. And you're talking about a game a lot of people have covered already. And it's also coming out close to Halloween, so like, it's probably going to be an oversaturated market. I can't guarantee I'm going to get that. Even though I think it's a decent video. I actually like that video a fair bit. I am Chef Run. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I do need to appreciate it, brother. So Redfall got over 10k. San Andreas is at 9,200-ish. One is definitely worth playing, dude. It is. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of it at launch because the letterboxing issue it had, performance issues, which it still sort of has, and just, you know, Alien Isolation came out a week after it, a week before it, sorry, and it was just the better game. Like, realistically, it is the better of the two. But at the time, I sort of wrote it off because I'm like, Alien Isolation is just that much better because of those performance issues. Now, a lot of it's been fixed. And like, I didn't have the game crash on me once. Initially, every time I've tried to play it, it has crashed, and then I just couldn't be bothered. Because when games crash, I lose all motivation real quick. But yeah, so that crashed a lot this time around. Oh, me. My apologies. It was super stable, super clean. Frame rate does jump around a bit. So when I was recording, I was getting between 70, 80 FPS, but I would drop down to like 20 in some situations. Like, it just would absolutely shit the bed for a few seconds. But in saying that, I didn't realize I changed my recording settings, which was a little more intense than what I normally record at. So that is partially on me, which I did amend in my video because I played like half the game without recording and it was a lot better, but I still had the frame rate issues. Like, I'd go from 120 down to like 50 on occasion. It was a lot more stable overall, but yeah, it still did like to play up a bit. Yeah. I need to actually finish 2. I've played a little bit of it, and like, I've seen a fair bit of it played, but I've never actually sat down and really played it. And it is on my list to do. But I don't know if I want to do Silent Hill Homecoming as a taking out the trash, or just do that as a regular video. I was going to do Dead Island as another taking out the trash, like original Dead Island. Yeah, I got it there, I just haven't got around to it. But that's part of the reason why I'm not buying new games, because I already have so friggin' many. I played that shit when it came out. But the thing is, I've only ever finished it in co-op. In single player, it is rough. It is definitely designed for co-op. But the definitive edition has a One Punch Man mode where you just punch zombies like they go flying, which is a lot of fun, and I thoroughly enjoy it. But the actual combat itself is like, eh. Dying Light is legitimately the best zombie game ever fucking made, outside of maybe Project Zomboid. Like, I can't think of a better zombie game than those two. As much as I love like Resident Evil and that, they're sort of like separate because they're. Oh no, it's Resident Evil. Dying Light is 100% worth playing. Like, I really recommend it. Dying Light 2, I haven't heard the best things about. Like, people enjoy it, but like, no one's like, this is my favorite game. At least from my experience. Try and go like another 25 minutes or so, get to the 2-hour mark, and we'll wrap it up. Yeah. As much as I enjoyed 8, and I beat it like 6-7 times, the problem with Resident Evil 8 is it took a step back. And it has like great moments of horror, and it does a lot of things well. It just doesn't do them well enough back to back. It does them as small little entities. Yeah, by the time you get to 6 especially, things got really dumb. And as someone who is really one of the 3 defenders of 6, I enjoy it. And I know a lot of people hate the term, but like it's a good game. It's just not the best Resi game. I don't need this. Whoa, you okay, Rennie? You okay? Oh, you upset, darling. Oh, poor baby. She fell off the computer that she was sleeping on top of. She slipped off. She's not happy about it. She sleeps on top of my computer all the time, dude. She loves it because it gets warm. So she's like, oh, this is nice and warm for my belly. I am like one of 4 people that's ever sped run that shit. Yeah, because I had one of my monitors on top of it, like not my computer monitors, but like speaker monitors. And I moved it for her today so she could sleep on top. And then Windows, after an update, I didn't know it's done it, changed my fucking settings because I turned off the power button, like pressing it once to turn off the computer. I turned that to do nothing because she turned it off on me once before. I'm like, oh, I better change that. And I was in the middle of a game with my mate and it just fucking disconnected. I was so angry. Yeah, like, I enjoy them, I do. But nothing to me, the best Resi is always going to be the GameCube version of Resi 1. Like the Resi 1 remake they did. Everyone loves the Resi 2 remake, and I understand why. It's a great game. It's good. I really like the Resi 3 remake, even though it is missing a lot of content and it's not worth full price, but as a game, it is very good. Resi 4 remake is very solid, very, very enjoyable. I could see why people would like that the most as well. Same with OG for Resi 4. But like original Resi, that's where that shit's at for me. That's still the best. Yeah, I feel like Nemesis was too scripted in 3 compared to 2, where Mr. X was like a lot more free-flowing. Yeah, no, that's fair, man. They did recently re-release Resi 1, 2, and 3 on GOG. Like the OG versions. I don't know how well they work. I did watch Avalanche Reviews, has a great video on it, but I don't really remember it at the same time. Like the OG ones. Yeah, like the Steam remasters are great. But like they've got the original late 90s releases on GOG. For the original 3. Although I think the version they're using isn't the best version or something. I forget. Or it might only be 3 that's not using the best version, or it might be 2. I forget. I love GOG, dude. In the remake, it didn't feel like a threat. Yeah. That's kind of the problem with Resi 3. Build the gods. In general, like as much as I love the mechanics of the game, the Resi 3 remake, the big issue is like it feels like a scaled back version, because it is. Like it's missing tons of content. Like the entire clock tower scene's gone. They changed a lot of the pacing, a lot of the story. And Nemesis is way too scripted in the Resi 3 remake. Like he is just only gonna like, unless it's the first time you've ever played the game, like you know where he's going to be. Like it makes it a fun game to speedrun, like to an extent, but not a lot of people run Resi 3 because of it, because it's like, okay, it's a lot of the RNG, a lot of that fun excitement is pretty much gone. Like I haven't ran a Resi game for a while. I think the last one I did was 7 a little while ago, and like I wasn't quick. I only did one run of it. Like immediately after beating it, I would like jump back in. It's just like, oh, I wonder how far I can go. And like, I like 7. I just hate the movement speed in 7. It's a bit too slow. But yeah, they definitely did Nemesis pretty dirty in the 3 remake. Even though I love the mechanics, I love the visuals. I just like I adore that game. But yeah, they did things dirty. See, I love 8 for the gameplay, but the actual horror aspect of it's pretty. Yeah, 7 definitely drags a bit. I think they could have cut out like small chunks in like, not one big chunk needs to go, but just cut out small chunks of like a little bit of the back and forth thing, or just even if the movement speed was like 15-20% quicker. So that might be a bit crazy, more like 10% quicker. I think it would be a lot more reasonable. Pardon me. The salt mine, I think, goes for too long for what it is. It doesn't really need to be there at the same time. It's like in 8, the Chris of Duty section as people like to call it. Like the crisp, like heavy FPS action part. And like I get it's like to blow off steam a little bit, like, oh, you've been struggling and now you can just go a little nutty, do this. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really need to do this. I understand why for the narrative standpoint, but like, yeah, don't think about the logistics of it. Because otherwise you're going to have to try and make sense of anything that happens in Resident Evil, and none of it makes sense. Like, there is no logic in any of those games. I'm going to create these hybrid monster things that can destroy the world. Can you control them? No. They have complete free will to do as they see fit, and they only run on animalistic instinct. So they're unpredictable, yes. And you just want to let them run wild. Sure. That's a choice. They made that choice. I don't agree with that choice, but they made it. Oh, dude, I've been playing Silent Hill at Homecoming, right? Best titties for any fuck. Shit, you gotta see this. Let's go to display capture real quick. These are legitimately some of the best damn titties I have ever seen in a goddamn game. The jiggle physics on those, immaculate. Immaculate. And yes, for anyone who is watching this back, I am a fat, ugly, sad, lonely man. Immaculate. They spent all the budget on that. Game sucks ass. That's where the budget went. I'm telling you now. Silent Hill Homecoming. It's not a good game. Like, I'm having a little bit of fun with it for what it is, but like it's rough. That got Dan's attention. Got him out of that 40k shit. Rebels Gaming, welcome. How we doing? Appreciate you being here. Yeah, Silent Hill Homecoming, man. Like, that's a game. That's a video game. I still don't know if I want to do it for taking out the trash or if I just want to do a regular video. I am leaning towards the taking out the trash because a lot of people very much dislike that game. But there's a fan patch that fixes a lot of issues that the PC version has. It's sad that there had to be a fan patch, but it makes it function pretty well. And like, I won't lie, I have had some fun with it. I haven't put a ton of time in yet, but like, that's because I'm still kind of hesitant, because I'm like, it's either I do Dead Island or I do that for taking out the trash. And I need to record... Nah, I haven't done the Silent Hill 2 remake yet. It's too expensive. Ain't got the money for that. Like, I could scrounge up the money pretty quick. It's just I don't really want to. I've seen a little bit of it, and it looks really cool. The faces look a little bit odd, but I just put that down to like Bloober Team. RuneScape for 3 months. I can try, but I'm pretty scrubbed myself, Rebels. But if there's any questions, feel free to ask away. No, I think it's like 120 or something here, 119 or something. Just insane. But did you see the price of the friggin' World of Warcraft mount? They want 120 Australian dollars for the mount. A mount. It is cheaper to buy the game and nearly pay for a year's subscription than it is to buy that single mount. Insanity. Insanity. And people are like, oh, but it costs like, if you convert gold to dollars, it used to be worth like 500. So I'm happy to pay 120. It's like, that's not the point. When the hell did microtransactions become a week's freaking paycheck? Like, the hell? Like, that's beyond insane. It's just so much money. I don't think it changes the game at all. I think it's just cosmetic. It might have some effect to it because I think it's like a special mount. But at the end of the day, at $120, it's like, you better be giving me like the next year of like membership. Like, memberships got so expensive. That's part of the reason why I started playing RuneScape again. Because I'm like, I'm not paying like 17, 18 bucks for membership. Then I proceed to spend $20 on membership for this. But at least membership on this goes from old school to RuneScape 3, so you get it on both. Like, 10 bucks a game, that's not too bad. And I like to bounce back and forth between them. Get lost on a lot of the quests. The quests are definitely difficult. A big problem I have with them is how back and forth they are. What I'd recommend, if it's possible, obviously I don't know what your setup is. Definitely look up a guide for the quests. Because that made my life way easier, because a lot of them, it's not that they're vague, it's just I don't think they're worded super well on where to go. And because you don't really get told, it's like, oh, this thing's outside Varrock. It's like, if I don't know where Varrock is, oh, mobile, that definitely makes it a little bit harder. So obviously that's going to limit the amount of screens. Because I'm playing PC, I've got 3 screens. So I'm in a much easier position, but that's definitely, is there sort of, yeah, they don't really do a great job. Do some wood chopping before we sort of wrap up for the night. But yeah, I definitely recommend looking up guides. There's a few good video guides. Oh, that's a willow. I didn't realize that was a willow tree. Dingus. I'm the smartest man alive. But yeah, there's some good video guides that like will just do, like, show you where to go on a map and like who to talk to. Are there any quests in particular that you're struggling with? Yeah, I'm on Rune Light for this one because I've heard that Rune Light's really good. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll play with that version. Because previously I was just playing the Steam version, but I'm like, if I want to start a new character, you can't do it with the Steam version. You have to make a JX account, link it, and then launch it here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, they got a whole, I'll sort of show you, a whole bunch of different things. And then you can have like other plugins as well. Well, there's Quest Helper. Let's install that. No worries, Fire Sickle. Appreciate it. But yeah, I've not even started doing any quests at all. As a plugin, is that Supploader? Xbox support. I did this in RuneScape 3 the other day too. I don't do a lot of questing in old school RuneScape, just bear with me. Let me just have a look. So, speak to Vios, shoot Limblin Bridge. First clue, scroll within the town of Lumbridge lives a man named Bob. He walks outside, takes 1-7. Go from Bob's building axis, follow the directions on the scroll, and dig with the spade. So, I do apologize, this might be a little bit hard to read, so I'll zoom in. I'll make it a bit bigger. Like the RuneScape, old school RuneScape wiki is pretty great. So at Bob's, you dig for the first clue. Got the quest done, send me another piece of paper. I don't know what it. Oh, okay, so you got the first part. Have you done the second one where you dig out the back of the kitchen? Oh, after you got the quest done, you got. Oh, beginner clue scroll. Gotcha. I'm with you. So with the clue scroll, I think there's a dude you talk to. That's over here. Just bear with me. I think it's over here. I might be going crazy. Yeah, Arthur the Clue Hunter. I think you talk to him. So he's at the pub here. And then you give him, you talk to him about like what one you found. If that makes sense. I'm pretty sure that's what you got to do. I do apologize. Again, I am very far from a professional RuneScape player. I wouldn't consider myself very good at the game. Oh, well, we can't do the oak tree yet. Silly me. I will say I much prefer how fire starting works in RuneScape 3 over old school RuneScape. Like the fact you can just start a bonfire. Just throw all the wood into one thing instead of making a giant ass line. I mean, there's something to be said. Like, it's fun to do it, but like, it's definitely a choice. I wouldn't mind seeing move into here, but I can understand why some people wouldn't like it. I want to keep that core experience. I think that's fair. Definitely got to replace my gear soon. Ugh. I'm already missing my other account where it's like just one hit, tree down, one hit, tree down. Not that my other account's like super high level at all. It's pretty low level, all things considered. I think like 50 is like the highest I have on anything. I think I've got like a couple high 50s, maybe low 60s on RuneScape 3, or close to 60. But I'm also going to start an Ironman on RuneScape 3 as well. And then what I might do is like sort of alternate days. Do one day as old school, one day as RuneScape 3. And this is just like the most impossible to cut down trees in the world. For everyone who's watched, everyone's liked the stream and that, very much appreciate it, even if you only tuned in for a split second. Even if you don't like my streams and you don't like me, I appreciate you giving me any of your time throughout the day. The reason I say that is because we are going to wrap up very shortly, as it is currently 2:23 a.m. and my ass should be in bed. I'm meant to be getting up for a wedding in the morning. So we'll see how we go. Well, I'm full. No worries, brother. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you giving me that time. Hope you're staying safe in the world. Once I finish burning these logs, we will wrap it up. We'll be streaming again tomorrow, probably a bit earlier than this current time. I haven't worked out the exact times in which I'm going to stream yet. This stream tonight was just a little bit spur of the moment. So we will see how we go. And you light the logs, bud. There you go. Guess you can't do it when you're on top of like those flowers. On the daisies. I like when they're instant like that. That makes me happy. But again, very much appreciate everyone. That will bring us to the end. I was going to do all these logs, but it's taking way longer than anticipated. Appreciate you all. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.